Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. It is now the 20th of Sun's Dusk. I forget what the name of the actual holiday is. I mean the day, the month. Whatever. I said this yesterday. It's December. Hey, so I drank a bit of sake, otherwise known as Nihonshu. So I talked to it yesterday about how I didn't quite get the birthday drinking thing that I always wanted, and I was I was God, I'm coughing. I didn't quite. I was a bit bummed out about it, but hey, that's okay because tonight Dad-in-law offered to take me out for dinner to have my proper birthday dinner, uh, which is good. Uh, God, stop coughing, goddammit. Why is it I only ever cough whenever I'm recording? It's because you're talking so much. Also, you're drunk. So yeah, so we went to this nice little place that I've never been to before. We had all sorts of crab soups and chicken on like fried chicken on sticks, not fried chicken, yakitori, which is yaki, it's not fried, but not baked, but grilled. That's the word I'm looking for. Grilled chicken on sticks, on skewers. Um, and I had some barbecued chicken, which is really nice. And I had 2 bottles of sake, warmed, and it was really good. Really great. I honestly could have gone for a third, but I was told to leave by the waifus. Well, basically, they were full. They didn't want to stay around. They wanted to go home. And I was like, but I still want to drink. And I'm like, on the way home, can we go to a convenience store and pick up some alcohol? Because you can buy alcohol at convenience stores in Japan, which is awesome. But I was told no again. So here I am, back home, a little bit buzzed, mostly happy about the whole ordeal, and I'm currently in a very empty room. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm in what is known as the piano room. It's so called because it's got 3 different pianos in it. It's got a grand piano, it's got an upright piano, it's got an lectern, and it's got an electric piano. All 3 pianos in the one room. It's basically the mother-in-law's room that she was sleeping in, and she spends all the time in because she's the pianist that loves to play piano. But she gave me the room when I came here in July, um, because she wanted to, she moved to a slightly smaller room and gave me the nice big room so I can have my couch in here. I got my TV set up and my PlayStation and my bed, all set up here, and it's been a quite nice little setup. Now, so far, well, until about a week ago, I've pretty much I bought new curtains, more opaque curtains, because I didn't want, because my room overlooks the front street. I didn't want people looking into my street going, oh, look at that TV, look at that laptop, look at that nice PlayStation 3 you got there. I might come in there and steal the place, because this house isn't really the best locked room in the house. The best locked house in the street is what I actually meant to say. Anyway, whatever. Um, but so I didn't really want to attract too much attention, so I bought really opaque curtains to block out the light when I'm playing my video games and whatnot. Um, but recently, the mother-in-law's come in here and she's been opening up all the curtains, opening up all the windows. Mind you, it's freaking winter here, right? It's like, okay, today wasn't so bad. Today was like 12 degrees Celsius. Yesterday was 8. The day before that was like 6. The day before that, or 2 days before that, it was like 4. It's freaking cold, okay? You can't just come into my room, which you have no stake in, and just open all the windows because you And then, okay, the real question is why? Why do you want to open the windows in a room that you spend like 5% of your time in? Less than that, 1%. It's because she wants to quote unquote air the pianos. Now, I'm not a piano expert. I studied piano when I was a kid. I got to like level 1 piano or whatever it is, and then my tutor um, left. She went somewhere else, so and I couldn't be bothered finding a new tutor, so I just never bothered learning piano ever again. Except for the time when the mother-in-law taught me some piano. Um, but okay, the point I'm making is I'm not a piano expert, but I'm pretty sure that pianos do not need quote-unquote airing, right? Pianos, like both the upright piano, no, all the pianos actually in this room, all have covers that go over and conceal the keys of the piano. And I'm pretty sure the reason for that is because you don't want things like dust and air and moisture getting in the pianos and ruining the keys. Especially the real, like the upright piano, the grand piano, because I'm pretty sure the keys are actual proper ivory. The upright piano especially because I'm looking at it right now and the keys are all yellow. It's like a 20-year-old piano. It's like almost as old as I am. What are you talking about? You're older than 20. I know, much older than 20, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, no, we're gonna air out the piano. Okay, fine, whatever. Air the piano out. Why didn't you do this in friggin' summer? Or better yet, do it in friggin' autumn. Why are you doing it in winter when it's cold? Like, it's not snowing yet. It has not yet started snowing. But it's going to. If you keep doing this shit while I'm in the room playing my PlayStations, this is my room that I spend 90 to 95% of my time in when I'm not working. I don't want to freeze to friggin' death. Yet, we've got to open all the windows because we've got to air out the pianos. So, she wasn't happy with the way the pianos were sounding. She wanted to get them tuned. Fine, get someone in there to tune it. Now, I'm really, maybe I'm overzealous in this aspect. Maybe. But I basically took away my laptop, packed it all up, packed away, like, my smartphone and anything of real value, put it all away so that the guy couldn't see it, put a blanket over my TV and my PlayStation because I did not want anyone to know what was in this room because I was afraid that he would either tell some friend of his, hey dude, this house that totally doesn't have any locks, because it doesn't, well it does, they just don't lock the place half the time. Totally got a PlayStation and a plasma screen, sorry, an LCD screen TV and a laptop and a smartphone. You can totally go steal that shit and make a whole mint. So I hid everything, right? Which is a real pain in the freaking ass. But I did it. The piano guy comes, and apparently the piano guy said, you gotta air out the pianos. No, sorry. Specifically what he said is, you've got to dry the pianos. I can admit that. I can understand that. You don't want the pianos getting too much moisture in them because, you know, moisture is probably bad for the keys, bad for the wood, etc., etc., etc. So, would you not? I mean, you wouldn't want to open the windows, right? Because outside is full of moisture and shit. Especially when it snows and when it rains. It's friggin' winter. Right? There's moisture everywhere outside. You want to close all the curtains. Maybe put the air conditioner on heat, which is what I do. But I usually keep it on the highest heat possible, which is 30, and then I get told off for putting it on 30 because that's too high. Japan only puts it up to 26, so I put it up to 26, and then the mother-in-law comes in. And she says, no, I don't want you to put on heat at all. I want you to put on to another setting, which is basically blowing cold air from outside. It's not actually air conditioning it, it's just blowing it from outside into the room. There's a temperature, but it really is irrelevant because it's basically just blowing air from outside, which is freaking cold and full of moisture. But apparently this is a good idea. But I found a trick. So this air conditioner has a remote control, yeah? So when you press the button, you got to point it at the air conditioner. And when you press it, the air conditioner makes a little beep to say that it understands what you just said. I'm going to do that. So if I press it now and I go 30, put it on heat on 30 degrees, it'll go beep and it'll go, okay, let's go 30 degrees on heat, right? If I cover up the infrared part of the remote, right, and then I press the dry one, or the one that the mother-in-law wants to do, and say 25, right, I press that on the little, it's not an LCD, on the LED display of the remote control, which it has, it'll say dry 25 degrees, but the air conditioner didn't make a beep. It didn't register the fact that I set it to that. And even if I wave it right in front of the air conditioner, it's not going to change. So right now, the air conditioner is at 30 degrees on heat, but the remote says it's on dry 25 degrees. And nobody knows this. And I don't want to say this too loudly, because if the waifu hears, I'm going to get shit. And then my trick isn't going to work anymore. Right? So I'll just shut up now because, yeah, it's great. So I can have... The only downside is, every now and again, the mother-in-law comes in and she's like, it's a bit hot. And if it was too hot, she'd know the jig was up, right? So I gotta be smart about it. If it's getting a little bit hot, like I want it to be as hot as freaking possible. Last week when I had my cold, right, I need the heat to freaking sweat out the goddamn pathogens in my body so that I can freaking cure myself with this goddamn cold / cough, cat, snivel / whatever. Headache. I had a huge headache too. But now that my cold's pretty much gone now, I gotta be smart about it. So every now and again when it's getting a little bit too hot, I would actually either turn the air conditioner off or actually set it to the dry or whatever. The trouble with the dry wind is it makes it freaking cold again. So maybe I'll just turn it off. So I gotta be careful, right? I can't leave it on too much. Otherwise, she'll know the jig is up. We're gonna be smart about that. So, but the nose knows. So, I'm not smart about that. So there's another thing that I want to talk about today. So let's talk about that. I scare small children. Okay? So, what that means is, I'll tell you a story. A story that I've told many, many Japanese in the time that I've been here. A long time ago, I think it was my second trip to Japan, I was standing on a train station platform, right? Waiting for the train to come. And then there was a little kid, a little boy, maybe about 9, 8 years old. He saw me, right? And this was a fairly small town. So this might very well have been the first foreigner, like white man, that he had seen that wasn't on TV. So the first white man that he saw in real life. He's with his mum. The first thing he does is he looks at me. Jaw just drops to the floor. He points at me, which is very, very rude in Japanese etiquette. You do not physically point at someone, even if you're trying to gesture to something or someone. You don't point with a single index finger. You sort of open palm, upside down open palm. Like, this is what I want to talk about. But he single index finger pointed at me and said, "Tengu da." Now, a tengu is a Japanese mythical creature. It's basically, if you've ever played Dead or Alive 2, it was like the final boss of Dead or Alive 2. It's got like a really long ass nose, usually wears a form of geta, which is like Japanese wooden sandals, but it's only got like the one base, which is really hard to walk in. Sometimes has wings, usually has a fan that it can like create a gust of wind from. But yeah, so he called me a Tengu, right out in the open. Yeah, I'm really tall. Also, I guess my nose is kind of big. I don't know. The mum's like, grabs his arm and scolds him off. Don't say that. You shouldn't point people and you shouldn't say bad things. Don't be offensive like that. And I was like, okay. Now, most of the time when I'm on a bus or I'm in the presence of young children, I'm a big friendly guy, right? I'm a BFG? I'm a BFG. I'm a big friendly giant. But I guess at first glance, my appearance can be quite scary and intimidating. So I scare the shit out of small children. So if I meet kids, my one of our friends has as a small boy. He's about 1-2 years old, and we're pretty good friends. He every time I go to his place, he starts crying, gets scared shitless, and it takes a while before he understands that I'm not a threat. I'm a cool guy. I'm big, but I'm friendly. I'm a big friendly giant. And then he's cool. He's like putty in my hands. But yeah. I scare kids. It's weird. It's weird. It's kind of cool being feared and scary and stuff like that. I don't want to be feared and scary. I want to be cool, man. I want to be cool bros. I want to be the cool gaijin, man. I want to be the cool foreigner. But yeah, I just end up scaring the shit out of them. Oh well, what can you do? But if I see the same kid like more than once, he understands that I'm not a bad guy, and we can be friends. But the first time I meet a kid, he's scared shitless of me, which is kind of hard because I do my job. But what can you do? So yeah, I ended up having the birthday dinner that I always wanted. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm probably gonna go drink some water and then pass out, watch some YouTube, I guess. What else I gotta do? But for now, my name is Leo, and oh yeah, and tomorrow, oh god, I totally just realized, I totally didn't finish my sentence. So the wife, the mother-in-law, why do I keep saying the waifu? She's not the waifu, she's the waifu's mother, or the mother-in-law. Anyway, so she's been doing this thing where she's been opening the windows and stuff every single morning, freezing the shit out of me, right? So I've gotten sick of it and I'm like, fuck this, I don't want this anymore. She's decided that she wants to move back in. Okay, first of all, Indian giving, right? You can't give a guy a room to use to make his own, which I did. This is like my little sanctuary that I made, which she is now encroaching in with her opening of the windows shit. I don't mind if she wants to come in there and play piano, that's fine. I'll just mute the TV, play my game, play my Borderlands muted. I don't care, it's fine with me. As long as I can, do my recordings once a day, to get the videos out that I need to get out, that's fine. But now she wants the whole room back. So I think this is going down tomorrow. I've already packed all my shit into my suitcases that I brought with me when I first came here, and we're gonna move my bed into the father-in-law's room. The mother-in-law and the father-in-law actually sleep in different rooms. I think that's because the dad-in-law actually snores a lot. I'm gonna move my bed and my shit into the dad's room. Dad's gonna move into mum's room. Mum's gonna move into this room. God, just friggin', it's a pain in the butt. So right now, all my stuff, my PlayStation 2, my PlayStation 3, everything is just now not plugged in. I got my laptop, that's about it. I'm just gonna watch some YouTube on the laptop, and that's about it. But anyway, for now, my name is Leo, and we'll see you next time. Tomorrow's episode might be a little bit late, depending on how long it takes to move all my shit. But I will see you next time.